Hello and good afternoon, Wafflers. How are we doing? We have a few bits and pieces to get through today. A few bags to tear open, a few seals to break. So today we are going through Lego set, what are we? 21363 for the Goonies. And just for our roof camera too, so they can have a quick look before we tear open these seals. Oh, this looks like one of a fun style. Turn this down so I don't have to listen to myself. Perfect. Sure, I've seen a 24. Surely it's not just 21 bag. That's such an opportunity for an advent calendar build. But it looks like we have 21, I believe. Yeah, 21. So we got 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, to go. What have we got in terms of stickers? I assume that's what's hiding in here. Oh no, it's our sales. So we've got a double manual in this one. Manual 2 over here. Bits and pieces over here. I know it's sacrilege, but I'm a seamstress. I can't help myself. I can't be doing pages folding back on me. Let's see if we can get you guys in so you can see this a bit better. Cool. Oh, fun. I get one of the turquoise brick separators. The little things in life. So we have our first little minifigure. Very fun. A nice little printed map piece too. Stick you over here. Let's stick you over on the house just now, so we don't lose you. Our blue separator. Well, teal. Teal. We'll go with teal. Is that what we're calling it? where they made you put these little bits in after. What a nightmare. So you've got these little like glass flat pieces, but they've got to go right into these little nooks and crannies. So they're an absolute nightmare. A clever man would say use the tweezers that's right in front of you, but hindsight's a wonderful thing. I am very sorry, Mr. Grimshot, because I've just realised I've been sitting like wondering. We've had a few people in and out of the TikTok, but it's quite quiet, and it's because my my comments and things were on the actual computer screen behind me. This set, no, we're not giving away this one just now because we've just moved into our office a month ago, right? So we have all these wonderful sets that need built, and I'm needing to pad out the office with a collection yet. So we will have a Goonies set to give away at some point. We do currently have one slightly cooler just now. If you go onto our website, we are giving away a new UCS Death Star, the big £900 one. So it is definitely worth going and checking out. I don't even think we've got 1,000 entries on it yet. So I think that gets drawn on the 16th of November. Oh, and tell me about it, Mr. Grimshop. And my mum, right? We're a family of Lego builders. Started out with me, and then I get everybody Lego sets for birthdays and Christmases, and it grows arms and legs. So now that everybody's Lego fam, we're a big Lego family now. But my mum's a separator, and it's just too much. It's too much. I'm almost. I like the chaos. I like the find, the hunt. Almost to the point where it's like just get a big mixing bowl, empty all the bags in. What are you building just now, Mr. Grimshaw? What's on your Lego calendar? The Death Star. That's almost as bad as I remember just before the world map was due to retire. I thought to myself, right, I've got to get it. I've got to get it. I love it. And so we did. We got it. It's a really fun thing to just look at and appreciate. not such a fun thing to build. It was horrendous. 11,000 dots, one after the other. I had great intentions when I bought it because I went on to Rebrickable and I was like, oh, look at all these wonderful designs that people have made with the world map. You can, like, I'm Scottish, so it's like, oh, you can do Scotland, you can do the whole UK. And people have done really fun things where they've done, like, say, their home country. And then they'd used like the different colored pins to mark out like different places they'd been, different mountains they'd climbed. And I thought, oh, that would be a really, really good, fun way to do it. So I built the world map. It went on the wall. It is staying on the wall. I'm almost to the point where I want to super glue it to the wall. But it was such good fun. And it is beautiful to look at. And that is the Lego crux in it. I think we're all in the same boat. Mrs. Waffle kicked me out. she says it's either you or the Lego. So unfortunately, we had to pay rent on this place. But then again, when the Twilight set come out, it was we'll have to, for the collection. Mm. Hello there, Becca. How are you doing? We are on to the Goonies today. Again, we've got split comments on TikTok and Facebook. I will one day figure out how to get them all on the one screen, but today, unfortunately, ain't that day. It was bad enough. My mate Andy, he pops in every now and again to the lives. You'll maybe see him chatting. He says to me last time I'd gotten off, he says, "You do realize that your audio is massively out of sync?" And I'm like, "No, I had absolutely no idea. I put it through the wee TikTok thing and it gave me a thumbs up and you were good to go." So yeah, I've been sitting playing around with the audio sync, so hopefully that's a little bit better this time. Oh no, so what's going into the Barrador and Rivendell location then? Those I'm I'm almost upset at this point. Why would you take Rivendell down? It's beautiful. I think I've got like paintings in my house that's less nice to look at than my Rivendell. That's the one that even I'm like, right, no, that has to stick. Like, do you see it? Look how pretty the roof is. I've got to tell everybody how I lined that up with the what was it, 10 by 2. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And do you know what? It's one of the things that I do really like about Lego as well is because a lot of people are like, oh, why do you do the Lego? You get all these other brands that are like slightly cheaper. I don't like a lot of them because a lot of them's like stolen designs from like Cerebricable or Lego Ideas. There's like, or the Bricklink stuff as well. A lot of them can get stolen ideas, but it's the value aspect. Like I know, for example, like this Goonies set, it's brand new. It come out a couple of weeks ago. I can build this up, display it for a week or two, break it back down, and get a massive chunk of what I paid for it back. Don't get me wrong, I won't get everything. But if I wanted to hold on to it for a bit, there's a possibility that I could. But yeah, I struggle with these other ones a little bit because the way that my mind works is it's like, right, is this an investment? Have you ever done any of the boats, Mr. Grimshaw? That's one that we have. I've always wanted to do one of the boats. The older stuff's really cool, but even some of the more modern ones, like the endurance ship, the river steamboat, because those are ones that just look fantastic. And I haven't been able to build because, much like yourself, when we were still in the house and trying to fill the house full of Lego, yeah, you quickly run out of space. I'd like to know what Lego, like when they're sitting in their board meetings and they're designing these sets, like how big do they think the average Lego builder's home is? Like when are they doing the Lego extension kit? Coming to you, a B&Q. Coming to a B&Q near you. Oh, we've got a couple of the old fishing shacks. I think they're in the Dream set, I think, now, because they're quite expensive. The lighthouse. Is that one up for retirement? The motorized one. Is that one up for retirement this year? Because that's single-handedly one of the most popular sets that we send out. It's a really, really popular one. Yeah, the fishing shack looks the business. I'm a sucker for the Lego buildings and architecture sets. It was the modular bookshop that originally got me hooked. I think that's the way of it. Started with a with a modular bookshop on a cold December's evening. What was it? 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, and my life's gone a bit bananas since. Well, that's the issue that we had. That's actually a funny story of why we started doing what we were doing. Is Mrs. Waffle and I got the Lego bookshop. We wanted something to do that didn't have the screens. We wanted because that's the issue. How often do you sit next to the missus? Oh, we're gonna watch something together, and then you end up just doing the doom scroll. So we thought, right, well, we'll get the modular bookshop. We got it finished in a weekend, and then we're like, wow, that's really good. We thought, well, we'll get the rest of the street. So we went and had a look, and what was one of the? We're like, oh, well, we'll go back and we'll start them from like the first one. was it the greengrocer, the town hall? One of them anyway. I pumped in eBay, and I'm like, oh, that's almost £1,000. And then I'm like, there must be a way that we can make money from this, and that's where Waffle Competitions was born. I'm not too sure today. I think I'm gonna do about 2 hours, see how we get on then. Because what time are we at? Yeah, that'll bring us to about 4:30. So then I'll pop home, grab my dinner, and then we'll come back and get ourselves organized for tonight's draws. We've still got a load of spots left, so probably do some marketing to get them filled up, ready for 8 o'clock. So yeah, then we'll be back again on Wednesday. We do Sunday and Wednesdays for our build with me's. We didn't do it last week because we were away, and that we'd arrived back on the Tuesday, but we'd driven from London to Aberdeen, so we thought, right, just take a day to chill out. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, I think I see where I've potentially made an error. Oh no. I'm looking for a little dark gray, one by one. Ah, it's not a one by one. That would be why if I read the instructions properly, I suppose. I will say that looked like a little one by one hidden in there. I've made an error again. Wouldn't know. Just hiding a piece under the book. Ooh. Drives me bonkers when it doesn't quite line up properly. Oh yeah. Oh, we absolutely did. That was one of the reasons that we'd kind of gone down to London as well, was just to make sure that we could get them on release. So yeah, we've managed to get two of the lofts. We didn't want to be too greedy because we knew it was kind of going to be a one that was really, really popular. So we didn't want to take too many of the gift for purchases. Got to leave some for everybody else. It's funny because I was saying to a friend, I almost feel like half of my purchases this year, like Lego purchases, have been more for the gift for purchases than it has been for the actual sets themselves. Because it's the same, we managed to grab some of the Jack Sparrow's compass as well. We got a load of the good stuff this year. And then I'm not entirely sure how I feel about, like, for example, with this one, you've got the loft, and then you've also now got exclusive minifigures that are with the gift with purchase. Kind of feel like they should have been in the set. Don't know how I feel about that. Because it does pressure you to maybe get sets that you hadn't intended to get. So, well, at that point anyway. It was. We've actually had a few people asking about the gift for purchases recently, and we have considered throwing up a gift for purchase instant win because we have so many of the really rare stuff now. Like we got some of the rare stuff going right back. We've still got some of Yoda's lightsaber. We've got Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, but not the newer one, the really old one. Can't remember what set they came with though. The lightsabers. Oh yeah, we got Fel Beasts. Two off, I think. Hiding somewhere. Did you not get a fell beast with your battered door? Or did you wait and get it when it was on deal on Amazon? Oh, I'd forgotten about that. It's a shame because we have them in two sets as well. We've got the Barad-dûr in the Dream set, but then we've also got the Barad-dûr in our Mega set. And the difference is the Barad-dûr in the Mega set comes with a Fell Beast. Yeah, in our freebies today, Nick. And Nick, Mr. Grimshaw. That's that boy on the radio, you see. I deeply apologize if I've just offended you. Oh, it was one piece. At least it didn't scarper across the room. Hi there, Dark and Twisty Tumblers. How are you doing? Get in there, Mr. Cowley. How are you today? On to bag number 2. Well, you just happen to have stumbled on the right place. How did you find the audio and things a little bit today? I sat playing around with the delay and stuff, so hopefully it's a little bit better. And I also realized that with the cameras and things, I had it set up a bit weird. So we've got like the business broadband stuff here, and it arrived with like Wi-Fi boosters. So we have the internet and stuff put in the warehouse, and then we had a Wi-Fi booster in the office. So we had everything running through the Wi-Fi booster. So I think the issue was we had it was basically going so far. Like it was from the camera to the extender to the router to obviously the internet, then filtering it back through. I think it got itself a little bit confused and it was struggling to keep up. But I think it seems a little bit better today. Well, you'll know yourself, it's a bit of a nightmare because if you put on any good music, they just instantly get warnings up on the screen and that. Last time I had my general playlist on, I went onto Facebook after I'd finished my live, and Sony Entertainment had come in and decided that they were going to be taking their share of the 2 cents that I earned on that live. So we've gone, all right, we'll go for royalty-free elevator music. But do you know what? It might be elevator music, but it beats being in silence sometimes. Yeah, honestly, I've got the email. It makes me laugh with Sony demanding their share of my 2 cents. Meta being like, right, we're just gonna give it to them. So if anybody says anything now, I can say I'm an investor in Sony Entertainment. We're missing our legs. Boys legless? Oh, I found them. I found them. Panic over. Let me have our second minifigure. I know there, Andy. It's. I think it was. I think specifically it was a Lewis Capaldi song they'd come after. So the boy must be struggling. It's the only thing I can say. He must be struggling. But he's needing Aaron's like 0.2 of 2 cents. That's it, mate. Just get on the tweets on the tweeter, mate. Get and tell. almost. You getting on any better with your monitor hunt? Andy, are you still kind of struggling? Just waiting for the Asus one. I couldn't believe it. My old dad was telling me that he's gone and bought himself a new PC. I'm like, jeez, are you okay? I was almost like rushing over there just to check on him. How you getting on with your art creators? My dad, he's gone away and got an Wreckfest 2. So I think I might be jumping on with that with him some point soon. Well, I was laughing because when you were going on about the ultra wide Samsung one, that's the one that I was showing you when we were in Selfridges. The one that was like just like ridiculous. I'm confident with like 3 of those, mate. You just do like a 360. They did also have one of those spinning chairs. You know the VR ones that they sell in like as I think it's Argos. But I'm really not sold on them just for the idea that the guy wouldn't let me have a shot. I think if you're at the point where you're not letting me have a shot at this £900 chair that you're trying to sell me, then it's obviously not that great a chair. Yeah, that's kind of what I said to the guy there because I kind of think that one of the reasons that he was like, "Well, you kind of play with this," is because I, when I approached him, I was like, "So why would I buy this versus like a Cat VR when they're essentially the same price?" And he couldn't really answer it. I think his main thing was noise because the Cat VRs can be quite noisy. I'm like, "But I'm in VR, mate. I'm not worried about that." The noises for everybody else in the room. Where Mrs. Waffle like throwing remotes at me as I'm like trying to reel in my big fish. It was exactly the noise does build atmosphere. I appreciate that. Although I was chuckling yesterday when I sent you that VR like laser thing game that they're coming out with, and you just think to yourself, what's that going to be like? Like good fun, I reckon, but I know what I'm like after like 20 minutes of that super hot thing. I need to sit down, like breathing out my chest. Oh, we don't talk about terminal. Well, to be fair, I think we were like quite early days on that one. It's quite probably had a good bit of development since then. The one that I keep on seeing, that I wouldn't mind jumping back into, in it's because I'm in the Discord still. It's Phasmophobia. Like the amount of stuff that's changed in that since like I was last on it is just bonkers. It almost like seems like there's that much new content. It's like an equivalent to a new game almost. We could do it. We could do it. The worst part is we've still got like a good bit of space just now because we've got the insignia over here because the council were gonna uh, scrap it and then charge me for the pleasure because I'd abandoned it. So it's now over at the unit. So currently getting it cleaned out, ready for either. I don't know what I'm doing with it. I'm kind of struggling with the idea of either putting it back on the road for the winter or swapping it out and getting a van. I think we're definitely at the point where we could appreciate a van, but I don't want. I'm a bit of a nightmare. I don't want just like a transit van. I want like one of these like people carrier type ones. Ideally, I want a transporter, mate. I want a Volkswagen transporter, but I don't want to spend 70 grand on a Volkswagen transporter. So I think what I'm gonna do is go for an old style Japanese people carrier. One of the ones that I've been looking at, it was the Elgrand or something along those lines. It's the 9-seater, and it just has a load of mod cons. It has all like loads of bits and pieces that you'd expect to be in a fairly modern car. It's also automatic, which means Erin kind of go after my gearbox again. Um, and it's petrol, so you don't have to worry about the ULEZ zones. See, I fancy one of the. It was after going away down to London with a little one. It's just no use on a little car. Like I mean, we've got the Mocha, and it's like that compact SUV thing, but there's more room in the Insignia. Well, one of the things for us was it's fine until you need to get a pram in the car. And what makes me laugh is like we've got this when we were first, well, when Adam first got pregnant, we obviously did the thing where we go around and we look at everything, and I go, right, well, I want to get this like travel system. So we got the Casata Travels. We spent an absolute fortune on this thing. I think it was like 1,300 quid or something. It came with the pram, the car seat, and just all the gubbins. But you quickly realize that unless you're driving around a transit van all the time, that you can't put this thing in the back. Like the pram is so huge, it's essentially useless unless you can park it in your garage and then just open your garage door and walk away out with it. It just can't go anywhere. So we ended up using like one of these like umbrella pram style things, and it's great in that, but it's the same idea where you've now got like your whole boot being taken up by this pram. But we went to John Lewis when we were in London. We did see like ones that fold into like almost a briefcase style thing. But it's like, at what point do you stop? At this point, I think we've got like 2 grand a pram sitting in the house. I bet a double buggy. I just don't think I could. What was funny, it was the other week, we took a walk from ours down to Peter Cooter, and then Mrs. Waffle needed to get back for Old Lady Club. So we decided that it was going to be quite tight if we were to just walk back. So it was about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So we decided to get the bus, mate. It's the first time I'd been on the bus in years. And like, I'm almost like, God, why am I driving places? The bus is magic nowadays. It wasn't even too expensive either. It was quite good. Oh. Well, yeah. Do you know what? That's something we said because when we were down in London, we were like, "Oh yeah, this is lovely, this, that, and the next thing." And Erin was like, "Oh, but it's so expensive, this, that," and I'm like, "But you've got to think all the stuff that we wouldn't have to do. Like we wouldn't have to have these cars that we're spending money on and things like that. So you save money in other places." But then we were walking around Kensington, and I'm like, oh, do you know what? This is lovely. It's a bit of me, you know. I kind of fancy this. And we walked up to the estate agent, and it's like a 1 bedroom studio apartment, but it was lovely. It was lovely, but 1 bedroom studio apartment. They wanted 2 grand a week, and I'm like, no, I think we'll maybe stay in Aberdeen. It was TikTok asking if I was still there. I had to do my little puzzle. Although every time I jump on, I get less and less things popping up at me, which is good. I wondered if it was to do with using OBS Studio because I noticed that the first time I did this, I didn't do it on OBS Studio. I just run TikTok Live Studio as its own independent thing, and it never gave me the thing there. But I also think it depends on if you're like touching the screen or moving mouses or something along those lines. Because I've noticed it doesn't come up when I'm like playing Lego games and stuff. so you've broken off. But we're from. Always, Mr. Cowley. He had a particularly bad night last night, so it's a good day to be at work. Ah. Perfect. The issue that we've got with him just now, Mr. Cowley, is he's discovered he can climb. And climbing up's not the problem. It's climbing back down. Because he hasn't quite mastered the like gracefully getting back down part. It's more like a right, we're just gonna let our legs go and kind of hope for the best. And the issue that we've got is when we're putting him to bed is he'll be like he'll like fall asleep in the living room. So you're like, right, well, we'll take him through, go through the bedroom, take him through there, put him down. As soon as you put him down in his crib, that's it. He's like, up happy as Larry. And then he just starts climbing. He just wants to climb up his crib. But the problem is he climbs and then his legs will get a little bit wobbly and he'll small fall and he'll bash his head on like the bars or something. And then it's just kind of rinse and repeat. But he'll get there. He will get there. Yeah, we had the health visit around. 'Cause she had I think it was like 8 months just to visit. And yeah, we were telling her, and she's like, "Yeah, it's just something that everybody goes through. It's just part of it." But other than that, it was passed with flying colours. It was funny. It was almost as if he was like showing off. She's like, "Oh, does he like drink on his own? With his bottle?" He just like crawled over, grabbed his water bottle, starts chugging. I'm like, "Oh, that's my boy." Big pat in the back. Do you know what? He's generally very good. I think there's an awful lot of people that have it an awful lot worse than we do. That's for sure. It was like we were quite worried about taking him down to London because we did it deliberately in the car so that he had like a decent road trip under his belt. And we were really kind of worried about it to the point that before we were going, I was like, we can get flights, we can cut our travel from like 10, 11 hours to like 2. But we ended up deciding that no, we were just going to persevere with it. We were going to drive down, and I'm glad that we did because it's always, always, always worse in your mind than it is in real life. Yeah, it's all just part of it, though, isn't it? Like we've just booked. Well, I say we. I've booked tickets to Goodwood Festival of Speed next year. So I think I think there's always kind of going to be at least one big road trip a year, just to kind of keep on top of it a little bit, just to make sure he's familiarized. But yeah, I imagine it's an awful lot harder when they can. Well, it's an awful lot harder to entertain them. Yeah, well, we didn't do it this year because we didn't. We thought it would be a bit intense for him because it's quite loud and quite overwhelming. So we kind of gave it a miss this year, but tickets for next year. And I like the way that they've got it set up down there because they've got everything, like say the cars and the tracks and things like that. The way that they've got it set up is that you've got like the family area in the middle, and they had it sort of worked out really well. Is they had loads and loads and loads of those buggies that you can rent. I don't know what they're for. I think they're for like firewood or something. The big buggies with a handle and they've got like big chunky tires on them. And they had them kitted out and they had them with like blankets and things on them and like they had like a little teepee tent roof on them and you just rented them for your kids so the kids didn't get burnt out running around all day, just in the car. Away we go. I'm like, that'll be fine, we'll work it. But speaking of racing, have you seen that we're putting in a bid? Well, not me personally, but have you seen that Aberdeen City Council putting in a bid for hosting the 2027 WRC with stages with Aberdeen, Aberdeenshire, and Murray? It's just you going to work. Aren't you heading home on a Thursday? The WRC. You've got the right idea. I don't know. I think I could be. I think I could be talked into an AWE event, something like that. So Wales did it. What was it 2017? Something like that. They did really well with it. It's all right. Hey, the QLED is fine with big like 2 liter petrol turbo things. It's all you folk with diesel cars. all that 55 mile the gallon nonsense. You just have to get a sensible car like a Mustang, mate. You've got to do it for the environment. On the live, we're currently about an hour and 22 deep. We've just finished bag 2. We'll probably do bag 3 and then call it a day just now. Because it's a Sunday, so need to pop home, grab some dinner and things before we come back and do our live. What are you going on, Mr. Cowley? Haven't I seen your little notification come through? Catch you later, bud. Oh, I think I realize what we're making. I'm sure there's a mistake. I think this is the money printer, right? But I swear it was a $50 bill in the movie. Hmm. Might need to rewatch for fact checking purposes. We'll get one more bag in. What do you think? Go on. One more. Whoop. Minifigure number 3. Whoops. I am indeed. I even managed to get bag 4 in. But we're away to call it a day for just now. Jump off, get home, get fed, and then come back to find out who our winners are tonight. So a massive thank you for everybody who jumped in. I will see you all again on Sunday with our part 2 of our Goonies build.